Hey, Emily here. I'm a leadership for sustainable development sociology with environmental social governance as well as corporate social responsibility and corporate sustainable reporting professional and analyst. So this is the second part, hopefully the last part of how I got into sustainability. So if you have missed the first part, I would encourage you to look for it and also to engage. Hopefully the link is going to be here for you to look into it. So as I left off, I got into sustainability, leveraging on my background in bachelor's for sociology and social work, which I attained in 2009, and also leveraging widely on creative culture and fashion discipline or fashion industry. So I left off from where I addressed using this background to address social challenges within my immediate and also far off environment as well. So looking into different regions. So now I'd want to also look into where I also leveraged in the area of education. So regarding education, when I was engaging in creative fashion and cultural perspective, I would say that I was the first person or first designer that really took the boldest step to educate Ghanaians about how to do creative stuff and basically set up a tutorial class on TV that went on for 4 days in a week on 3 different channels. We are talking about Fashion GHTV, TV7, Max TV. This was running throughout for 2 years straight or even more. I believe that creative skills is very vital for 1, mental health, for 2, creativity, for 3, individuality, as well as continuous learning, and also for economic gains or for economic or income for the people that would engage in it. So based on these, I engaged in teaching, basically educating the whole nation on tutorials regarding creative stuff that they could do. So this was a gender balance initiative and with no favoritism, whether it was for a man or for women. But it was very interesting that even men as well as women were very much interested in this. So with this one, I was educating people in the areas of creative art and also in sewing. On the other side of education, with the leveraging of sewing or fashion, my brand supported students or supported schools. From the primary section, we helped schools to raise school uniforms in the Volta region for school pupils that really needed school uniforms. I believe that every child that goes to school should be at least decently dressed, as I experienced when I was a child when I was going to school. When it comes to the upper level, in the high school and also in the tertiary, through my brand, we supported fashion high school initiatives as an alternative to classroom learning and also as an alternative for activities. We call it the free tit here, when students and young people, teenagers, would engage themselves and challenge themselves with diverse projects in the space of creative flair and also to make items for themselves and to showcase it. This was also helpful in sense of building self-confidence and capacity. When it comes to also the tertiary, I heavily engaged at a point in helping to recruit models for these areas in fashion, people or students who engaged in different academic disciplines, but also had a flair and had different interest in the area of stagecraft and models. I supported other initiatives in coming up and also to having a university tour and educating them about the importance of having an extra discipline or an extra skill in all this. So basically, I was using and leveraging all this creative aspect of mine as well as the sociological dimension of my bachelor in academic discipline. Now, this is where the highlight comes in. When I turned 35, I realized that I needed something more. I wanted something extra. I had done all the beauty pageants, I had engaged in runways, I had engaged in community building, I had engaged in community support, individual support from children to adults, from the city to the villages and remote areas. Now there was something more, and I could really see that there was a higher calling for me. There was a higher calling for me in my creative journey, or even to respond to a different role. And so the burning desire to really do something much more came in really strongly. And then I decided to go back to school again to study sustainable development as a mainstream subject for me. So at the age of 35, 36, I went back to school to engage myself in sustainable development studies, continuous learning. So this is where it even gets in. Everyone who loves to learn, everyone who loves to engage, stays fresher and stays upgraded in their minds. So whilst people were now busy chasing the limelight, I went back to sit myself in the classroom to study, and then I had the master degree in leadership for sustainable development. As a matter of fact, this is the best decision, or one of the best decisions I have made, and I do not regret it because it has really enhanced my skill set in different ways. So now I have, since then, this was during the pandemic in 2020, I engaged myself. So now as I am 40 years now, I have diversified and enlarged my skill set with corporate sustainable development reporting initiatives, as well as corporate social responsibility support and analysis, as well as environmental, social, and governance perspective of social. And of course, I also engage much more and diversified also in climate change and climate action. Well, I forgot to also mention that whilst I was also engaging in the creative or fashion industry, I also engaged in different industry courses within sustainability. So all these have come to serve as a leverage for me to expand, that I built all these strong and very solid foundation for myself. The point I am arriving at here is that it's never too late to diversify or add on to different careers, add on with different skill sets. At the age of 36, someone said to me it was too late for her to go back to school, but I did not think that it was. Even as at now, 40 years, I still learn, and I am still upgrading myself in different areas within sustainability. So in a nutshell, this is how I have come, how far I have come, and how I got into sustainability. So I have looked at different angles, how sustainable development and how sustainability have been really integrated into my practice as a professional in both the creative and also mainstream sustainable development and sustainability practices. So I'm looking forward to doing this with you. If you are a startup, SME, corporate social, or even multinational organizations that have youth or that have professionals within that really wish to engage more with sustainability, I offer all these using myself and my life story as a practical example. I even forgot to mention that I have different articles and abstracts that have been published in various sustainability articles, international sustainability articles, as well as sustainability initiative projects. So I am very well verified and certified in these areas that can help and catapult your initiatives and ideas, projects into different angles that you would want to. So keep in touch and let's do this together to build a better world. Businesses and organizations shouldn't be only business as usual, but we are looking at the social, environmental, and governance perspective for longevity and for the world to be a better place for each and every one of us. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to see you share, like, and also bring in your suggestions. We can do this together. Looking forward to hearing from you. Take care. Ciao.